Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. Please read our disclaimer. We are not licensed financial advisors. This is an entertainment channel trying to teach you how to maybe make some money day trading with different strategies that we show here. But you should seek the advice of somebody that you trust, because this is primarily for entertainment purposes only. Let me pull this off. So today I have a pretty big group. We have the big high rollers. We're going to be covering a couple of subjects, but we're going to be trading with a minimum of 2,000 shares on Meta. We're going to be focusing on the RV strategy techniques, which is range-bound strategy, channel trading. And I'll be trying to continuing this week of trying to show chart patterns as I see them, which is one of the many tools that we use to actually trade. So let me go over this layout really quick with you, because we'll be starting to trade back about exactly 1/2 hour after the market opens, which is about 7 minutes from now. I'll be starting to trade. So this is a scalper's indicator. It says DTS scalping, so you can get this on Thinkorswim if you just go down in our channel and type in under search, the scalping indicator. It'll come up. Just go down where it says show more, highlight the URL, go to the setup in your platform, and then import it in and push Control V, and you will have your scalping indicator. That's the same with all of the custom scripts that we offer for free. I think it's on episode 83 that all those scripts are there. Maybe 82. I think it's 83 that you can get all those. You can also get these layouts, which you have to download a little bit differently than Control V. I think there's another step, but it should be pretty intuitive if you just follow along with the questions it has under setups to do that. So on this perfect 1 minute layout, you have a 1 minute chart, the scalping indicator. You have a 4-hour chart. You have a 1 hour chart, a 15-minute chart, the active trader, level 2 active trader, 5 minute and 5 minute. Now we start off our getting our first range by going to the daily chart, and you basically look at the close of the previous day, which I did before the market opened, and then you look at the average ATR, which is on the previous day was $7.87. Actually, I think it was a couple cents different than a minute ago, but anyway, I think that's what it's supposed to be. Then you look at what it closed for on the previous day, which is under my picture, which is 326.59. You divide that ATR, average true range, in half. You subtract half of it from the close to get the ATR low, and add half of it to the close to get the ATR high. There's the ATR close, and here's the ATR high amongst all these other pivot lines, which I'll talk to you about this big mess in just a second. So that green and red line is giving us our range for the day, average true range over a 14-day period of what that stock moves. That's a very important number. Almost every trader you come across will have that number figured out in whatever style trading they are. Then we have the 4-hour chart here, and within that range, the red and the green, I will mark pivot lines where the 4 hours has turned this around. You can see they're marked on different areas here. And there also I marked the Fibonacci's, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. So why do I mark all those? Because that's where the stock has turned around before. So knowing where that is, most likely some of those lines are going to be respected as levels, we should call them. So we want to mark that real quick. Don't do that. And then the fib, this is a 5-minute chart. Let me do auto zoom here. And I mark high to low. It's always left to right, high to low on a 5-minute chart over a 10-day period. We get some of those inside the channel as well, some of those fib levels. And then on a 2-day 5-minute right here, again, left to right, low to high here. And you can see that in between the highs and the ATR, the green and the red, we now have quite a lot of pivots. Look at those fib pivots. So you're looking for at least 5 to give it a rating point to fit within the RV strategy, as well as you're looking for other pivots, and previous days it did have some action, which it did within the last 10 days. So we have a lot of really great pivot lines to help us trade. Obviously, we have the intraday volume profile here as well, which is there's your point of control, your magnet I like to call it, and that's where all the action likes to gravitate to, or that's where it is, and that's why the candlestick pattern is showing it there. All depends on how you look at it. So when it leaves that, you look for it to come back. That's why I like to have it set as intraday. You can actually see the price action moving along here. And then you're going to lose this. You're going to use the scalpers indicators. You can see as it's been going down a little bit in this consolidation, the volume's been dropping on the scalping indicator. The percentage is obviously going down. So you look at that to see which way might this go. So the scalping indicator can be pretty important. Now I do have over 20 on Zoom this morning, most of them with the $1 Million Margin Club. They have to have a minimum of $250,000. Most of them here have over $500,000 that they margin so that we can get the 2,000 shares of Meta. Meta is no problem getting filled. Unless you get like over 5,000 shares, since every once in a while it'll slip so much, you won't actually get it filled. But what does happen is that your market maker is going to fill them. This is the price you look at, but if it has to go a distance to fill that many shares, you might get a big slippage. So when it says green, $100, it might actually be a red trade for $100 because you had to slip so far to get all of your shares filled, because they will do everything they can to fill those shares. And they obviously, they do it like 99% of the time. You multiply these numbers by 100 and there's lots of hidden transactions in there we don't ever get to see. So that's kind of the gist of what's going on here today, guys. So if you like what you see, remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We're about to do some trading so you can see this strategy. And I'll be calling the ball, which is an actual profession that you can have in like the war room for traders and brokerages sometimes where there's a group of people that I've done before. But everybody here is responsible for their own trades, and often many do not listen to a word I say. But it's fun to trade in a group. So guys, I've been watching this as we've been talking. And basically, I'm looking for more of a breakout here if we're going to go high, or a breakout here if we're going to go low. It's consolidating in a channel, and RV trading is a range-bound strategy within a channel, and it's doing just what it's supposed to do. So if it keeps doing this, most likely at 10 o'clock in just a minute here, I'm just going to keep going back and forth and back and forth. But if it does a breakout, high or low, I also have the pre-market high. We're already above the pre-market high, which makes you think that it's going to go high. Now, if we were doing the open strategy, we'd already be in and we'd be making some money right in here because it already broke the pre-market high. So I'm inclined to think it's going to go high, but it might just sit here. But usually around 10 o'clock East Coast time, or a half hour on the New York Stock Exchange, or a half hour after market, it makes a move. And, that move could be down. But most, I'm thinking about it, it's probably going to be up, because it already broke the pre-market high. So if it breaks that, so that's a flat top right there. That could be a flat top breakout at 327 even. So we're looking for 327 even here. I'm going to go in long in anticipation as it pulls back down that candle and see if it's going to break out. And if not, I'm going to reverse. So let's talk about this and see what's going on. Let's watch to see, is everybody's in long. Is anybody? Everybody's in long. Okay, so everybody's felt the way I felt, and there we go. So there's its move. So, whoa! Okay. That was an incredible gap. That was a huge block. Did anybody have their block? Was that called out anywhere? Wow. That was incredible that just happened, and that's already makes this a great trade. So what that means is that with some algorithms, there was a huge share set. Now that we did not cause that to happen. So that doesn't happen even with this many people trading 2,000 shares. That doesn't happen. Sometimes we can move it a little bit, especially with 20, right? Does anybody think that 20 people dropping? No, yeah, there's no way. Not with a stock like this. And this market cap is massively huge, and the float is huge, which is more the. So anyway, just took me by surprise. You see that usually you see that gapping in a day on a day chart. Not on a 1 minute chart. You don't get a lot of that. This is not a stock that's ever going to halt. Not with this kind of float, but. So here's the intraday volume profile high. This could be a pushback. That's why the arrows point this way that I have set up. So we look for that to send it back down, as well as breaking this Fibonacci, this 4-hour, and this Fibonacci. Right now it's having trouble breaking that Fibonacci, but it just broke it. So, 4-hour. So when I look at these pivot lines, levels, like ceilings and floors, I look at that every time it breaks through a ceiling, it's kind of being tethered and wants to pull back down toward the magnet. So I look for this price constantly. I'm looking to reverse and try to capitalize on that. And if I call it wrong, then I just reverse back again. Now, I know that there was some comments of people having trouble reversing. I have never had that problem, and I did call Thinkorswim technical support about that. And the only thing that they could come up with is that you may need to have double the money size of what you're trading. Like it's not going to reconcile right away. Like it's going to show your money not being in your account. So if you were trading, like say 1,000 shares and you were at your max with margin, and then you reversed 1,000, it might be calculating 2,000 for a few seconds, and that's why reverse doesn't work. So when you're trying to make a fast move, that sucks. That's terrible. So it may be that you want to keep your shares. If they're right, you may want to keep your share size to the to a lower level that can handle double the size in your account. So I wanted to make sure I addressed that because I had a couple emails and a couple of comments about the same problem because I do it a lot. And then there was another comment that Charlie, who's my assistant here, it's a Charlie as in a female Charlie, that didn't let through. She's the one that blocks any things that are negative or might hurt the entertainment value of the channel and what we do here and what we're trying to do here to help people. Wow. We just get back to that, and I'll talk about that comment in just a second because I'll answer it even though it didn't go through. So I don't really decide if they're a negative comment, which we don't get very many of, but okay, we have a few trolls and stuff that doesn't matter what we do, they're not happy. And I had heard from the Beast, the guy that does he's so famous on YouTube, and I'm just a little flea on top of a flea on top of a flea compared to him. But he basically says if you don't get 5%, no matter what you do, no matter what you put up, you're going to 5% of the people that watch what you do aren't going to like it. And I'm running it like 97, 98, 99. It's very rare that I'm even close to 95%. So I'm feeling like, hey, even though I don't edit, and you just see this old mug on the, I'm doing all right, right? So I hold my head up high about that enough people like the weird way that I do what I do, so I'm sorry. I am going to tell that story. This is a lot of money, and I am not going to let this plummet just in case. So there it goes again. So now it's broken to 29. So now we go all the way to 30. Let's see if it can make, whoa. I'm going to reverse. I'm reversing right there, guys. I'm banking it. And I'm going to talk about this reverse in just a second. And it's part of the comment. I'm ready to do it again. Now, the comment was, anybody that uses the reverse key has no idea how to trade. That was what the comment was. Okay. I think there might have been a stupid in there too. I'm not sure. But so answering that gentleman, obviously, if you don't feel comfortable with the reverse button, then, you shouldn't use it. And I didn't use the reverse. First of all, when I traded on all kinds of platforms, they never had a reverse button. And when I first saw it, I kind of thought it was stupid myself. But then everybody trades a different way, right? I was taught originally when I came from swing trading and longer term day trading, or week, or when the 50 crosses the 200, and the golden cross, or the all those ways that we might trade bigger positions. I was taught that hang on. I'm reversing again. You guys doing? There. I'm in the lead for now. So I was taught that you look for the perfect entry, right? That's what you're doing. The most things that'll line up, and I talk about that a lot, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, whatever kind of indicators you're watching, the more things that you can get to line up, then that's when you want to take your trade in. When the 5 minutes about to close, you know, you've seen me talk a lot about that when I have the grid up for the 5 minute grid. Hang on, I'm going to do some short scalping in here, guys. Man, I'm going to take that for a second. That was just too much money to leave there. Oh, if it's going to keep going though, then. And I was over 6K for a second ago. So I have $1,000 as my max loss today. Oh my God. And I think it's going to hit it. Oh my God. I don't want to hit it, of course. You know, I'm not going to reverse if I get there. I'm just going to cover. Oh, wow. Whoa, that happened so fast. I will reverse there. I'm going to go short. Wow, I'm banking on it for it to come down. Did you see that jump to 13? This is this largest share size. That was a $1,300. So that hit me. I was looking away, and it went from like 800 up. It went like a $500 jump. That was painful. So, you know, this largest share size, that's going to happen. So I'm looking at this channel here, and I'm catching my breath for a second because that was painful. So the ATR can definitely be a rejection here as well. What was I talking about? Hang on a second, guys. I'm just trying to, even that was even a lot for me. On a single trade, that was a little bit too much to lose. So now you've seen me lose far more on my, I think maybe the largest one here was 6,000 that I lost. And that is because I held way beyond my trading plan. Stupid. But I made money that day. And that's the problem, right? It conditions you to cheat and not follow your trading plan. So that's like the worst thing that can happen, right? When you go outside your trading plan, you should go away with a loss. So it teaches you to, you know, I'm not advocating anybody lose money, but I mean, you know, this is the problem we all have, right? We don't listen to our trading plan. And when we go wrong, it's because we want to keep trading, or we just, you know, we think we can do better, or you start revenge trading, or whatever the case might be. And you just don't follow the trading plan. And still, after all these years, I still struggle with that. And then I have this little voice in my head. It's just like, you know, you sell, buy, or cover. Now, this is the 500 max loss, 500 max. Sometimes you'll hear me say it out loud because it's like I'm convincing myself. Don't get fooled. Just get out. You have a chance to make it up if you get out. If you stay in and you keep losing more and more, then you have no chance. And if you make 3 bad calls in a row, just stop. Go do something for a while, or maybe stop for the day. And that's that, you know. But back to the reverse thing. So I'm looking for this to come down here before I reverse again. Yeah, I'm not in the lead anymore. As you can see for there in this right corner here is my leader, where I like to put him because he's one I aspire to catch all the time. And he's a pretty good guy too, and we yuck it up a lot. See where this is going. Why is the ask not moving? You know, just the bid is moving. There we go. It's a big spread. I typically am not watching the level too much because I'm going to reverse there. I got back some of my money. I'm banking on that 4 hour to be support. It might not be. got it at 329.31. Charlie's handling the chat, so she we were allowed to say her. We have created a persona name for my helper. Nobody wants to give their people are terrible. The way they hunt you down and try to hurt you and stuff. It's just terrible. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. Look at that. So that's pretty good. So I'm getting ready to reverse. I'm going to reverse right there and see if it keeps going up. If it breaks that, I'm going to take a loss if it breaks through that 4 hour up there. So 330 is what I would call the point of I want to return at. I'm going to go that way to go long. Wow, it slipped the 200, didn't it? Wow. This is a lot of slippage to fill these shares and the spread that we have here. So I'm long again at 73. I'm going the wrong way. It's going down. I'm going to short. I really thought it was going to go back down the channel here. What's happening here, guys? What are you doing to me? So we're just sticking in this channel without a lot of me figuring out what to do here. Now this is a bullish tweezer move right here. So I'm going to reverse that. I'm back to where I was a second ago. So this should keep going. That was a bullish there. Now it's over here and it's going the wrong frigging way again. Wow. Did you see that? Oh, so I'm past. I'm holding a second longer. I just broke my rule. I just was looking at the action and the volume dropped with the sellers. So I'm thinking hold a second longer. Oh God. And I should just cover then if it keeps going down. I'm not going to reverse. I don't feel comfortable reversing. One more tick down. I'm over. Oh God, that's too long. Yep. I should have sold. See, I'm not following my rules. I should have sold or covered. Should have covered. It's teaching me that I was okay. It's giving me bad lessons right here, which I'm happy for. And now it's not. And now it's, yeah. So I don't want to continue going short. I would just cover and maybe get back in long again. But look, now it's rewarding me for being stupid. This is the danger. I'm trying to call out patterns, guys, but the only one I really saw here was a bullish tweezer, which should have sent it up. So that's one of the reasons I hung on. And then it became a bearish tweezer. This is a bullish engulfing too. So when this candle on the right's bigger than the one on the red, but it's not, but it's definitely a tweezer move. And when it's on the right, that's saying it's going to go up. So I'm trying to see if there's any other patterns here to go by, but that's really the only ones. And now, as you can see, it paid off. And don't do what I did. That's all I can say. I mean, I did have a huge cushion, which made a difference in my. No, I can't justify it. It was a stupid move. I should have got out when it hit 1,000. I would have made the money back if I got right back in, right? So it's the same thing. If I got out, got right back in, go in the other direction, I would have made the money. But if I reversed, it would have just compounded the problem. And I never really finished my reverse conversation. So I'll get back to it. But it got kind of action-packed for me here. So I got distracted for a second. Okay, so we're heading back up to 330, guys. Now, that would be where I would reverse again. Or we're looking for another flat top breakout here. Look at this. And 330 is even though it's not touching right at 330, now it didn't make it up here. So that usually I say when it doesn't make it, that there's a problem, and this is a bearish engulfing. So this is saying it's going to come down except for now this candle breaking the top of that. So now we're looking for right across here. 82. We'll make that white. We'll make it dotted. And we'll save it as a default. So, okay, it's heading toward the 330. Is everybody long? Oh, there's a couple of people still short. Okay. Yeah, because it could bounce right off that 330. Wow, look at that, 9K. Here we go. So there's the, okay, so now the ATR, guys. Watch the ATR. That is a serious level to watch. Absolutely. Look, it went up there and it pushed it back like it was a, the polarity of, I'm reversing there. So I'm banking the 9 and if it breaks that ATR, then I made an error. So let's see if it breaks that ATR, if it just keeps going, if it goes back down. There it goes. It's still going up. Look at those 3 candles going up. Wow. It is very strong up there. Look at how strong that move was. So maybe it's blown itself out here. Yeah, it looks like it's going back down. So now 330 is a support. I'm actually going to hit that. See, I think out of all that whole thing, I barely made anything because of the slippage. Yeah. Look at that. Broke 10K for a second anyway. I'm back short again. I'm going to go long again. That was only, those two were only like $50. Oh. See, I can jinx myself fast too. So I'm long. I'm sorry, I'm reversing there. I don't like the look of that. Saying 10,000 even. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yep, these are not going. They're not. Some of these short scalps are getting me. I'm losing back what I had there. There's 20. Can that kick up? Kick that over 100 and something, and I'll reverse. I'm going to reverse there. That's back where I was a second ago. And I don't want to see this hit halfway down here. What do we got for this candle? Look at that. Got about 30 seconds for that candle to close, and if it does, if it closes green, we have the makings of a very good pattern there, which we'll talk about in just a second. Got about 11 seconds for this to close. Okay, so right here over 330 again, yeah. So this is a bull flag. We have a bull flag right here. It's not a beautiful, but it's definitely a bull flag right here. So it didn't, you have the pole, and then here's the flag, which didn't go halfway down, right? So in theory, if you read about bull flags, if you study your patterns, the upward move should be the length of the pole. That's your goal to take profit, is the length of the pole. This is the pole. That's the flag. As you cut across, it makes like a pennant, a flag. So that's what you're going for. And that's why I'm staying in this move. Now I'm looking at the channels too, but the channels are kind of secondary to this move. So I'm looking for this to hit that ATR. That's what I'd like to see. Everybody's long now. Everybody changed their position when they saw the bull flag. Like, look at that. Look at that. Oh man, there was 900 there for a second. So the ATR could turn it around. Let's see. I'm taking that just because I'm going to bank it. And if it keeps going up, I'll reverse back the other way. Let's see. I'm going to reverse again. Wow. I did that just in time. Because now can it break the ATR? Get ready to reverse, guys. Let's get ready to get... Whoa. There you go, baby. There you go. Okay. So we broke the ATR. So now we're kind of getting into a trend escalator strategy. So we're going to want to keep an eye on this. So our 15-minute is nothing but up. Our 5 minutes looking real good over here. So keep an eye on the bigger moves. Now it's getting, it already retested below it, huh? Wow. It's right there at the $0.50. Oh, wow. It's going back down. Well, I should have taken that profit up there, but that's why I banked it earlier too. So yeah, it's just about the distance of the pole for profit taking. So since it broke the ATR, it always comes back and retests. Not always. Nothing's always, obviously. So look at the scalpers indicator. There was a lot of volume as they battled, but the buyers won out. So now what's going to happen here in the scalpers indicator is it shows the percentage right here, the battle. And right now, buyers are winning. So this is a very, very good tool that you should definitely get. I still haven't finished the conversation about reversing because this has been going so well. And I'm kind of preoccupied, guys. Just holding just a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm going to take that for a second, guys. It broke 12. I'll take it again. I should have held it. Yeah, because it broke back down through the $0.50. How strong is that downward move? Now it's just playing with us right at the ATR. Short 330.48. No. No. Give me a dip. This wants to go long. I am not going to be on the wrong side of this move. If it keeps going up, I'm going to get out for a loss. It's toying with me. Oh, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out there, guys. I took a hit. I know I did. So 330.61. Yeah, I took a hit there. It's all right. It happens. You know, $300 or $400 isn't much when you have 2,000 shares. It doesn't need to move much to give you that. So the 331 would certainly be it's not actually marked here. It'd be a number we should watch out for, a level. Keeps bouncing off that 4-hour at the 80, right at the 80 mark, 330.80, 330.90. Now let's look at the 331 for a potential reversal here. I'm looking for the 331 to take profit if it gets anywhere. Okay, so it dropped off. It didn't even get there. Just dropped back to the ATR again. Wow. That's a lot of retesting, guys. That's not a strong upward move. So 60 cents down from where it was a second ago. Ouch. Wow, I really felt stupid. I didn't capture that scalp there. That could have got me over 13K. So when you're trading like this, to the gentleman who doesn't trade like this. The time you waste looking for the perfect setup instead of just reversing can often be more money that you left on the table instead of reversing. Not always, but often. So it's a certain kind of trader that trades that way and can lose the money, you know, because when you're getting into the red, it's like, hey, that could be right when it's going to stop. Why would you reverse? It just might not continue to go that way. Then you could argue like, hey, that's the new trend. Get on the trend as quick as possible. But I look like it more like the time that I delay looking for the best setup is more the problem for me. So that's why I tend to reverse. So it's not for everybody. And if you don't trade that way, then it is a stupid thing to do. Yeah, it's a stupid thing to do. But it's a little harsh to call it out and just assume everybody trades like you trade. And that's why she didn't let it get through. But no, if people can do it successfully, if people know how to reverse and it works for their style, then it's great. Everybody trades differently. Don't judge anybody. Don't judge people against how you trade. Don't judge people. Or do your own channel and show them your great way of trading. That'd be good too. And maybe you do. Maybe you're onto something that everybody could benefit from. I am always looking for new ideas and like to share it with other people, That's all. And I'm over it. Okay, so it broke the 331 for a brief second. Okay, I'm going to reverse here. I'm going to reverse right there. Okay, so I broke 13. Let's see if it's going to keep going. Okay, I banked a little bit more, going long again. Did it again. What I got at 31.02. I'm short now. I built a bigger cushion for me if I called this wrong now. Yeah, you're not going to see me go below 10K today, that's for sure. So right now, I've got the fib level, I've got the $half and whole dollars, and I've got these 4-hour pivot channels that I'm looking at to make these trades. And that's all I got. Remember, guys, trade in a sim until you're green. Seek the advice of somebody you trust. Don't just watch anybody's channel. That's almost all of them are entertainment channels like this one. Trying to show you different methods of trading that might work for you. I'm always looking for new methods to show in live demonstrations like this. So you can, find the one that's going to work best for you. And the strategies, doesn't matter what share size I'm showing here. It makes it very exciting. One of the reasons I call it an entertainment channel. It makes it very exciting, but it works for, it works for 5 shares, 10 shares, 20 shares. The same strategies work for this. So, oh, wow. Okay. I didn't see that happen. So, oh man. Okay. It's going to break that too. Oh, I'm going to take that. That was a horrible hit there. Oh man. I lost 1,500. Ouch. I'm not going to see this go away like a few days ago. We're not going to let that happen. All right. I'm going to short again. I can't learn, right? I'm not learning. I'm punishing myself further, bucking the trend. I'm looking at 332 as the fail-safe for me. If it starts blowing through that, oh man, it just keeps going up. Here we go. Now I'm back over 13. Now it's got the fib for support. Here we go. Got a nice cushion on this single trade. So I'm already past the time I would normally trade, but I'm going to keep this here to see if I can at least get to 15. This is an exciting day, guys. So we knew it was going to be bigger numbers with this many shares. And with Meta, that has a pretty high ATR, almost $8. So if you have 2,000 shares and it moves its whole way, you can make $16,000. If you scalp, you know, sky's the limit, right? That's what we're doing. We're scalpers. So now this is a good retest area here again. So that would be, I would be inclined to take profit there. God, I might just get out. Leave well enough alone. This will make up for the other day that was terrible. Look at this, huh? Look at that. Come on. Go down to the ATR. That'll be over 15. It just stalled suddenly. I definitely want to bank this in a second just because I don't like the way it's looking. Yeah, I'm going to bank that. Wow, that hurt. That was a lot of slippage too. Jesus. Yeah. Do you see how that slipped? That was terrible. I'm doing it again. I'm shorting again. Didn't really make a bull flag there. Don't make the same mistakes I did before. You can get overconfident here when you have this kind of money too. So it seems like I could lose a lot of trades, but before you know it, you'll be like 5K and go like, why did I lose $8,000? So anyway, I think I answered why I reverse and why you should only reverse if it fits within your trading plan. And everybody should have a trading plan. Everybody should trade in a sim until they're green. And everybody should seek the advice of people you trust, not just looking at this channel or anybody's channel. It's your money. You need to be careful with it. Damn it. Here we go again, huh? Oh, man. So a series of bad calls, it looks like here. Break through this time. Go to the ATR. Kind of back to where I was there, just over 14. A couple times it was getting closer to 15, but it never really made like 14.5. I think it's going to stall out here and go up. That's what it seems to be looking like here. Like it's just too many times resting on this 330.82 or really right around 331 here. See how it's hovering right around 331? So I kind of put that at the 31 even dollar mark. And but that is telling me it's about to go down. I broke the ATR. Nice. Nice. Is everybody shorting right now? No. It's like almost half and half. So we have a lot of people rooting for one way and a lot of people rooting for the other way. So all I care is that my way goes, right? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. There it goes. 15. Nice. Oh, my God. It's really falling here. Okay. I'm going to hold. I know I hit 15, but I'm going to hold a second. I don't want to see that drop back to 15 again, so I'm going to buy out. Okay. I stayed over 15. Okay, guys. I'm going to leave well enough alone there. 15K. Ouch. I was squeezing that mouse. This was a lot of money today. These were some exciting trades. And look at it keep going down, huh? So it's going to break 330. I might make one more trade. Remember what I said about overtrading? Don't do that. But I'm looking at that 330 and I'm thinking, is it actually going to break that? This could retrace, a long way down here, guys, all the way to the fib or, back to where it opened. So, and it constantly does that stuff right at the 330 mark. If it breaks through the 330, I'm going to get in for one more trade. It did. I'm in. Wow, I got a bad all the way to 89. That's okay. 16. Look at that. Okay. My new number 17. Is it going to keep going? Oh my God. Don't go back up. That's a $1,300 trade already. That's exciting. Don't drop below 1,000 on this trade. Almost 17. Come on, don't suck me in here. Okay, but I'll slip past that 1710. I'll take that. Oh, you see how far I slipped? I was over I was like 7,200. You see that? Oh my God. 29. 2901. I shouldn't. Yeah, see, when you have this many shares, that was a huge slip. So now I am really asking for it. I was over 16 a second ago, wasn't I? I can't remember now. I think I got greedy to go over 17. One more shot in the dark here. Okay, it needs to go a little higher. Try that. Yes! It slipped the right way. 17. Nice. Okay. Guys, if you enjoyed the content, please remember to subscribe and give a thumbs up. We'll be going over more. I didn't have any other patterns to really, any good ones. This one was starting to be, if it keeps going down. But, it passes 3. There's all kinds of different weird patterns when you have 3 large bodies, but they need to be similar sizes. And, you just, other than the ones I called, which were some tweezer moves, and there's not even a bearish engulfing here because it was just, it broke above it here, and this didn't become another bull flag, and then it dropped below half of it, so that didn't do anything, and now you're just trending straight down. This is the flag pattern that we call down. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Be careful out there. Trading a sim until you get green.